History-making snow and a mess that follows. This scene played out all across the Triad today. Cars spinning out, drivers getting stuck. Simply put, it is treacherous out there.
And here's more proof of that. A 100-car pileup on Interstate 85 in Kannapolis. Drivers were stranded for hours.
The snow packed quite the punch, dumping more snow than expected. We all probably did this, measured the piles. This yardstick hit 9 inches in Colfax in Guilford County.
A live look over Burlington right now shows the wind. I mean, we've been focused on snow because there's so much of it, but the wind chills that follow will soon become the story. Our weather team has weather alert days for the snow that has been falling fast and hard all day, causing slick roads, low visibility. Thanks for joining us. I'm Tanya Rivera.
And I'm Julie Luck. Our weather impact alert continues all the way through Monday morning. Cleanup will begin tomorrow, and even colder air is going to be moving in. Ooh, just gives you the chills to think about it. We have live team coverage tonight all across our area. WFMY News 2's Nixon Norman shows us the 24-hour staples in Greensboro that have even closed. Bryce Parker met a couple who had to cut their journey short in Burlington, and Lauren Tier is in Kernersville talking to workers weathering the storm.
Chief Meteorologist Tim Buckley, he is in the WFMY News 2 Weather Garden, as always, calling this a historic storm. Is the snow now over, finally?
Well, it's still coming down more lightly now. I will say it's not as heavy at the moment. I think we might be turning the corner to shutting off the snow hose. But this is really going to be a storm that all of you, I think, always remember. We have these weather memories in our brains. This is going to be one for the record books here. And we're not still sure about all of those finalized numbers for the records. But again, this is not something we see every year or every 10 years even. We have weather impact alert days for the cold, for the snowy roads, all of those things. Look at this storm on the radar. What a doozy it was. It has been snowing so hard since middle of the day and even lightly before that. Right now, toward the end of this loop, I think you'll finally start to see just a little bit of erosion here in the snow, but it's still going pretty steadily even at this 11 o'clock hour, especially in Alamance County. You're still finding it very hard at the moment. In Guilford County, a little bit more lightly right now than it was. Similarly, from Lexington to Asheboro, still coming down, but it's not quite the intensity. These have been, by the way, the jackpot zones, from about 16 inches of snow in Lexington to around 13 in Randleman. These have been the bullseyes. Thomasville too, High Point as well. It's been nuts. Farther off to the north we go, there's still heavier snow, but at this point it's focusing off to the east rather than the west. And you can see here, snow at the beach. From Camp Lejeune all the way down to Wilmington, the Brunswick County beaches, Oak Island is all seeing some of that snow. Here's Futurecast. Again, it has us clearing out over the next couple of hours. We'll have to take it at its word at this point. It will stop snowing eventually. And when it does, tomorrow is a sun-filled day and a really cold one. Coming up, I'll tell you just how bad those wind chills are going to be for your Sunday.
Yeah, the snow just hasn't stopped. It's been constant all day, sometimes about an inch an hour.
It was coming down. We have crews all across the Triad checking on the conditions. We start with WFMY News 2's Nixon Norman live in Greensboro. Nixon, you spoke with snow lovers and snow loathers.
Oh, that's right, guys. Snow in Greensboro has come with a lot of mixed emotions. While many have leaned into the fun, others have dealt with their fair share of stress. As the snow continues to fall, these stories continue to play out in the Triad.
There are so many reasons to get out in the snow.
This guy.
It can be as simple as making your pups happy.
They love the snow.
For some, the snow is no stranger.
We're from Canada.
Yeah, so this is just makes us feel like home.
In fact, for many, this amount of snow is normal.
This is like a good day.
Yeah, just like any normal Tuesday back home.
For others, the snow comes with stress.
Man, stuck in the snow, trying to get out of here.
A group of friends stuck on Wendover Avenue eventually make their way out of a sticky situation.
I'm from Greensboro, North Carolina. I went to Dudley High School. So this is, we haven't had this in a while.
Anything else you'd like to say?
Man, look, there we go. Look, we out of here. That's all I got to say. I'm out of there.
but not without teamwork.
Now, if you live here in Greensboro, you know that Lawndale Avenue, where I'm standing off of right now, is usually packed. It's busy all the time. Now, with things like gas pumps only open, if that, there's no real reason to go out, so it's best to just stay at home. Live in Greensboro, I'm Nixon Norman, WFMY News 2.
Lawndale Drive looking like a ghost town? Ooh, that is so bizarre. The constant snowfall made plowing the roads a real challenge for crews. The city of Greensboro says its crews are working 24/7 in 12-hour shifts to get Priority 1 roads cleared by the morning. Those are the major roads like Battleground Avenue and Westgate City Boulevard. The side streets will be after that.
For updates on road conditions, you can head over to drivenc.gov, where you can see the latest closures and delays, any incident reports. It updates as roads are clear, so it is a useful tool if you have to hit the road this weekend.
Greensboro police responded to over 40 crashes and helped with about 60 other traffic cases. The roads have been a mess all across North Carolina. Troopers responded to 750 crashes and more than 800 calls for service across North Carolina. They say no crashes, fortunately, were deadly.
We're going to check in on conditions in the eastern part of the Triad. WFMY News 2's Bryce Parker is in Burlington, where the snow reached, hey, Bryce, last time I saw you measure it, it was about 8 inches.
Yeah, Tanya, it was somewhere between 8 and 9 inches here in Burlington, North Carolina. Right now, we're off of Huffman Mill Road here in Burlington. I'm going to show you a live look of the road behind me. This is I-40, usually the busiest highway in our region. We're only seeing a couple cars go down this highway. We've seen a lot of, snow plows come down this highway, up the roads. We've seen Alamance County EMS trying to get to people, trying to clear these roads in order to get to people safely and get these roads back in shape. Now, if you can imagine what these roads look like, we're going to show you a video that we took earlier of these side streets and these main roads in Alamance County. A lot of them still have not been touched. We've seen a lot of snowplows try to make their way through these roads, but this snow accumulation has been coming down steady. Again, from the last hour we checked in, the snow has been picking up. Still seems like it's picking up. The wind has been picking up. Earlier, we talked with a man who's been traveling from Boston to Texas, had to cut his trip short here in the Triad because of these road conditions.
I was making my way down to Texas from Massachusetts, and I was planning to stop in Greenville, but the weather got too rough, and I was on 85, and it got to the point where you couldn't even see the road anymore. So, and then I was worried about pulling off on the exits because the exits were so, full of snow. This was the closest hotel to me when I was able to exit finally, and I'm just gonna hunker down until the weather blows over and I can get on the road back to Texas.
Now, just like Nixon was telling you in Guilford County, here in Alamance County, we have not seen many stores open, maybe gas stations at that, but stores you think are going to be open, restaurants that are usually open for 24 hours, none of them are open. So there's really no reason to be out on these roads. Please stay safe. Please stay warm. Live in Burlington, Bryce Parker, WFMY News 2.
And Burlington crews tell me they're going to start back up their operations in the morning. Moving now to Forsyth County, the road crews there are clearing major roads and streets leading to essential facilities like hospitals. A lot of work still needs to be done. WFMY News 2's Lauren Tier joins us live now in Kernersville.
Julie, it's a very different scene out here than what it looked like a few hours ago, because all that's falling right now is teeny tiny little snowflakes. Still, earlier today, we talked to some people who were out here as snow enthusiasts, as I'll call them, and then we talked to some people who have to be out here just because they need to work. While some are enthusiastic about the snowfall,
Wasn't expecting this much snow, but we're loving it, guys, aren't we?
We are.
Woo! Bring it on, baby, bring it on, Lord.
others are wishing they could be somewhere else a little warmer.
If I was doing my own thing right now, of course I would be at the beach, but it would have to be a lot prettier weather than this.
The roads in Kernersville are still covered in snow, as most are across the Triad. The texture of the snow falling today is a welcomed change from what we saw last weekend.
Oh, man, we got this nice powdery snow. Can't you tell? Woohoo!
Even in this, some places stay open, and not just for normal business hours, but the whole 24 hours.
I'm here for the next 2 days at least. I'm here for the long haul. They are here 24/7 if we can help it.
All right, I want to give you guys a little snow check-in. How satisfying is this? Some untouched snow, and I'm going to ruin it just to show you how deep it is, okay? Every time I take a step, whoa, I sink in just a little bit because it's that deep. Let's do a little yardstick check here. Just at this spot on Highway 66, we are right at about 8 inches. And it's interesting because all day today we've been up and down Highway 66 in Kernersville, and different spots have different reads. The farthest down I've seen this go was about 11 inches. So I guess it just kind of depends on where you are on the side of the road. Still, these roads are covered in snow. We've seen fewer people out here driving. I hope that means they are at home saving some energy to enjoy all of this beautiful stuff come tomorrow. Live in Forsyth County, Lauren Tier, WFMY News 2.
Lauren, thank you. Make sure you're taking some easy steps out there. Well, NASCAR postponed the Cookout Clash at Bowman Gray Stadium in Winston-Salem. The race, originally scheduled for tomorrow, has been pushed to Monday. We spoke with the Clash project manager about what it will take for the race to go on.
Our biggest obstacle right now is we need to get the snow to stop and we need to get the wind to die down. After that, I'm very confident in our team and our equipment that we can get this place race ready, and we can put on a good show for fans on Monday.
So here's the plan. Cup Series practice and qualifying begin at 11 o'clock Monday morning with the last chance qualifier at 4:30, followed by the Clash at 6 p.m. Parking opens at 9 a.m. Monday with gates opening at 10. A pileup involving more than 100 cars and big rigs in Kannapolis shut down I-85 for 5 hours. The State Highway Patrol says it started with a smaller situation with a crash involving a tractor trailer and a car at about 4:30 in the northbound lanes this afternoon. Well, that accident then caused more than 30 tractor trailers and 70 cars to get trapped and stuck on the roadway. The National Guard was called in to help clear the situation. Troopers say the interstate was finally flowing again at about 9:30 tonight.
All right, so after hearing all that, as you can imagine, 911 operators have been flooded with calls about crashes or stuck vehicles. This right now is a live look at I-40 and Sandy Ridge. Not a car on the road, and that's okay. We talked to a 911 supervisor about what you should do if you find yourself in need of help on the road.
Your hazard lights are most important because that'll show the responders as well as other vehicles on the road. However, for your safety, I would suggest staying inside the vehicle. If you choose to exit on your own accord, please make sure you stand well clear of approaching traffic.
Over the next few days, you're going to want to keep these recommendations in mind when you drive 35 miles an hour, for example. An icy road can increase a normal stopping distance by 10 times because your tires, they just lose that critical traction. We're going to be dealing with icy or snowy roads, I'm going to say, all next week. So you're going to want to take it slow out there. When stopping, don't slam on your brakes. If your car ends up sliding, you want to steer in the direction that you want your car to go to.
The snow is not only impacting our travel on the roadways, but travel in the sky as well. Here's a look at the flights at PTI. At least 54 flights were canceled today. So here's a look at the schedule right now. Lots of canceled, all the way into tomorrow afternoon.
Winter weather, it certainly can be overwhelming, but it does not have to be. We have gathered the best 2 wants to know advice for your home, your car, your health into a 30-minute WFMY Plus special, so you'll know exactly what to do. Just download Plus on your smart TV and watch for free. Record-breaking snow slamming much of North Carolina, especially right here in the Triad, but the Triangle largely spared. Why was the storm kind of a bust in Raleigh and Durham? That's coming up.